In 6 Hijri, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam along with his Sahaba left for Makkah to perform the Umrah. The Quraysh heard of the news and decided to stop his entry into Makkah even as a pilgrim. And so he had to camp at Hudeybiah. The devoted Sahaba, 1,400 in number, however, wanted to enter even if it involved an open fight. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam viewed the matter differently and in spite of the Sahaba's eagerness to fight, entered into a treaty with the Quraysh, accepting their conditions in full. This one-sided and seemingly ungraceful truce was a very bitter pill for Sahaba to swallow. But their devotions to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would not allow them to differ. And even such a brave man as Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu could not but submit to his decision. According to one of the articles of the treaty, persons embracing Islam during the period of the truce were to be returned, but not so the deserters from the Muslims to Quraysh. Abu Jandal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, a Muslim in Makkah, was suffering great persecutions at the hands of Quraysh. They kept him constantly in chains. On hearing about the arrival of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Hudaybiya, he escaped somehow and managed to reach the Muslim camp at a time when the truce was about to be signed. His father Suhail, till then a non-Muslim, was the envoy of the Quraysh in the negotiations for the truce. He slapped Abu Jandal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu on his face and insisted on taking him back to Makkah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that since the truce had not till then been written, it did not apply to Abu Jandal's case. Suhail, however, would not listen to any argument and was not inclined to leave his son with the Muslims, even at the personal request of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and would have foregone the truce. Even Abu Jandal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, recounting his hardships, complained at the top of his voice, but much to the grief of the Sahaba, the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam agreed to his return. He, however, enjoined patience on him, saying, "Do not lose hope, Abu Jandal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah will shortly open a way out for you." After truce was signed and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had returned to Medina, another Meccan Muslim, Abu BASEER radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, escaped to Medina and sought Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's protection. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam refused to accept his requests and, in deference to the truce conditions, handed him over to the two persons who had been sent by the Quraysh to claim him. He, however, advised him as he had advised Abu Jandal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu to be patient and to wait for the help of Allah Ta'ala. When Abu BASEER and his escort were on their way back to Makkah, Abu BASEER radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said to one of them, "Friend, your sword is very fine." The man was flattered and took it out from the sheath and said, "Yes, it is really very fine, and I have tried it on so many persons. You can have a look at it." Most foolishly, he gave the sword to Abu BASEER radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, who immediately tried it on its owner and killed him. The other man ran away and reached Medina to complain to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the meantime, Abu BASEER radiyallahu ta'ala anhu also arrived. He said to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "O Rasulullah, you returned me once and fulfilled the conditions of the peace pact. I had no obligation and I managed my escape from them by this trick, as I was afraid to their forcing me to leave Islam." Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "He is a warmonger. I wish he could be helped." Abu BASEER radiyallahu ta'ala understood from this that he would be returned to Quraysh again when they demanded him. He therefore left Medina and fled to a place in the desert on the seashore. Abu Jandal radiyallahu ta'ala also managed to escape and joined him there. More Muslims of Makkah followed, and in a few days, quite a small group of such Sahaba gathered in the wilderness. They had to undergo untold sufferings in the desert, where there was neither habitation nor vegetation. They, however, being bound by no treaty, proved a great nuisance for the Quraysh. By dealing blow after blow on their caravans passing that way, this compelled the Quraysh to approach Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and request him to intervene and call them to Medina, so that they might be bound by the terms of the treaty like other Muslims, and the caravans might pass in safety. It is said that Abu Basir radiallahu ta'ala was on his deathbed when the letter sent by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam permitting their return to Medina reached them. He died while holding Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's letter in his hand. No power on earth can make a person who gives up his faith, provided it is a true faith. Moreover, Allah Ta'ala has given an assurance to help those who are true Muslims. Keep watching and subscribe my channel. Thank you.